When a tantric practitioner calls dakinis to come, they're messengers. They're like angels. The dakinis come to pass a message, sometimes to give an initiation, sometimes to give a dharma talk, sometimes to give you a warning.
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
I know the prophecy. I have seen it.
This video will contain heavy spoilers. Viewer discretion is advised. If the intro made you think, what the hell does this have to do with Nope? I promise you, it'll all make sense if you watch till the end. Nope is a dense movie with a lot of complex imagery that's difficult to unpack. To fully appreciate an artist's vision, you have to understand the influences going into the piece. Jordan Peele's lived experiences with racism help him craft horror that's true to life. The horrors of neoliberal exploitation, the terrifying outcomes of class inequality and discrimination, or the gruesome nature of the Hollywood industrial complex. Although Nope requires even further analysis. Who does Jordan Peele look to for inspiration in his films? Stanley Kubrick and David Cronenberg are people that he idolizes. But one person's cinematography, musical choices, and lighting have an eerie similarity to our favorite horror director. David Lynch is often thought of as one of the horror greats, creating one of the most prolific TV shows in human history. Twin Peaks is arguably the biggest mainstream meta-commentary of all time. Before we begin this analysis, we need to define some terms. We have commentary, meta-commentary, and a term we're going to call meta-meta-commentary. Commentary is pretty straightforward. Nope is a good movie. Simple, right? Meta-commentary is one layer removed. Nope plays a meaningful role in Hollywood. In this example, we are highlighting the movie's impact on the industry, essentially commenting on the meta. Then, there's meta-meta-commentary. How does Nope's impact on Hollywood impact the mind of the viewers? We are commenting on the current meta's influence on future metas. Jordan Peele, similar to Lynch, is directing 3 pieces of art simultaneously. Nope is a simple story, a powerful allegory, and a commentary on the state of filmmaking. Twin Peaks is a show about TV characters that don't know they're in a TV show.
For all this really came from a dream? Yes, it did.
Nope is the same premise. What is the big alien in the sky? Let's apply our triple framework. Commentary. A giant force in nature that punishes those who harm in the pursuit of greed. Meta-commentary. The eye is symbolic of the lack of accountability in Hollywood. Okay, so then what's the meta-meta commentary? Modern TV itself is focused on violence, music, and thrill-seeking. As we consume this soulless media, we turn into nothingness. Let's try another scene in the movie to see if our model of analysis holds true. How about the part when the horse has the key stuck in them? Commentary. Horses are the key. Meta-commentary. Horses symbolize working and exploitation, embodying the callous nature of Hollywood towards minority actors. Then, the meta-meta commentary. The key to our salvation is acknowledging the harm of exploitation. As humans, we like to turn our eyes away from the wrongs we do. Jordan Peele argues we should learn from our past wrongdoings and face them head on. His use of dakinis, the Purple People Eater song, the Scorpion King jacket, and monkey paw imagery have a unifying message. Be careful what you wish for. Our wants and goals are important, but not at any cost. So today, I want to analyze Nope. Also, I want to discuss how important this film is to our culture.
And I appreciate what he does for our culture across the board and just giving us these beautiful, pieces of representation.
Before we begin, this is our interpretation, but Peele's works are very open-ended. So we'd love to hear your input in the comments below. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. David Lynch and Jordan Peele operate very similarly on the base level. They say it how it is, like it sounds. Nope is a very straightforward story on the surface. Avarice combined with exploitation is a recipe for disaster. Every character is on a mission to get what they can for themselves. Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer want their horse training ranch to stay alive. Steven Yeun wants to make money by evangelizing the aliens. Michael Wincott wants the perfect shot. Every character is willing to help one another, but only when they are the ones gaining something. Exploitation takes form in multiple ways. No one considered a monkey could get stressed out by loud noises on stage. They only care for positive TV ratings. Ricky doesn't care that the aliens don't heal people. He sells the idea of them for fame. The Palmer family was punished for thinking about executing horses to save money. Through the commentary framework, the enemy could be a dakini. a spiritual being or force of nature that's unpredictable, which adds significance to the sky dancers all around the film. They can either bring splendid gifts or heinous punishments. The monkey fist bump scene has a similar message. Monkey paws are seen as a sign of desire or greed. In humans' pursuit of power, they hurt innocent life in the process. Everyone looks away until their past comes around to get them. As a standalone story, the narrative is pretty solid, but we're just getting started. While the commentary of Nope is pretty solid, the meta-commentary is the real meat and potatoes of the metaphorical soup. Let's reinterpret the story of Nope. What if Nope is an allegory about the harms perpetuated in Hollywood? You may not give a damn when something bad happens to the horses, but seeing someone experience immense pain is unnerving. The ship in the sky is the execs at Hollywood. Who controls the ship? The viewers. What are we doing when watching this movie? We're viewing a work set before us. Hollywood takes advantage of people to best appease the viewer. After their job is done, they swallow them up and spit out the remains. Think about all the imagery for a second using this framing. We have a giant camera in the sky. Lights are off in the distance. Cloud and weather effects change constantly. All of these components are controllable features of filmmaking. The story itself is one of manipulation. Everyone wants a chance at something they don't have. Hollywood tempts them with the idea of fame and fortune. Everyone jumps at the chance for their big break, their Oprah money shot. But the vast majority gets swallowed up into a state of irrelevancy. They give their all to the aliens for nothing in return. Why does Antlers bring up the Purple People Eater song? Well, let's look at the lyrics for a minute. In this track, a creature comes to a man and explains he eats people so he can make it big in the rock and roll industry. What does this concept sound like? Consuming others for personal fame and fortune. Or how about the constant references to the Scorpion King? This film is about conquering an enemy with the power of omniscience. An all-seeing eye threatens the people of the desert. Or even something simple like an article of clothing. Jean jackets symbolize a working man. This adds to the racial commentary Jordan Peele imbues in his films. While many have suffered at the hands of the movie industry, minorities face unique structural barriers. Otis worked his entire life to train a horse worthy of Hollywood fame. Once he finally gets his big break, they decide to use a camel instead, highlighting the dispensability of black actors and actresses in film. Mirror and eye imagery have so much dual meaning. When Lucky the horse looks in the mirror, he gets scared and reacts violently. A similar sentiment is true in regards to people and accountability. Looking at the harm we perpetuate is difficult. Many in life choose to turn the other cheek, but mirrors don't give us that luxury. We have to see ourselves, the culmination of all the choices we made thus far. If viewed through an allegorical framework, Nope is a story about taking accountability. People run away from the harm they commit to the point where they can't look at themselves in the mirror of the camera lens. Once they do, the guilt destroys them. On the surface, Nope is a story about being careful what you wish for. The second layer is on the exploitative nature of Hollywood and the unique pressures minorities face. But what about the meta-meta? Let's take a look at the scene with Gordy. What's the focus on? Most of the time, the camera is transfixed on the violence and brutality he commits. Or how about the giant lens in the sky? It looms over those who expect something from it, waiting to suck them into the void. What if the meta-meta layer of Nope is the state of our engagement with media? More blood, more gore. All the over-the-top action movies dominate the box office. When we consume empty media, we become empty ourselves. The UFO seeks out pain and misery because that's what we so desperately crave. But as audience members, we aren't actively thinking about the harm we perpetuate by consuming this media. Jordan Peele has a powerful perspective when directing.
You know, a well-crafted story and a good story is one of the few ways we can really not tell somebody you have to feel for somebody else, but make somebody feel because they're experiencing it through entertainment.
He believes horror is an empathetic medium, which is such a powerful idea. Movies allow us to empathize with experiences outside of our own. Get Out gives the audience members a better idea of the horrors associated with racism. Us lets us see the unequal conditions of some groups of people compared to others. Nope demonstrates how our consumption directly impacts the actors and actresses in Hollywood. When we pay for violence and gore, that's what we get, even at the expense of other art forms. Nope has so much significance in the current media space.
So to get the opportunity to wear my fro in this movie, I'm just like, hey, what you mean? mean, woo, it just means so much to me.
Horses really are the key. We need to be conscientious of our impacts on others and our shared collective history. Voices like Jordan Peele in the zeitgeist help bring awareness to these issues in a lasting way. Most of us aren't fully aware of how we perpetuate harm, myself included. Films like Nope encourage us to recontextualize our relationship with film, but also ourselves. Thanks for checking out this video. Nope is a transformative piece of media that questions our relationship with consumption. Watching movies is a great source of entertainment, but many get reprehensibly harmed in the filmmaking process. We can say nope to harm and yes to taking accountability. What did you think of Nope? What's your favorite Jordan Peele movie? How does Peele's social commentary impact your perceptions of reality? I'd love to hear from you.